Hello everybody and welcome back, it's Civil Guy here, and today we have an unboxing as well as a review of the 1080p sports camera. Well, yes, you guessed it. That's actual raw footage from the 1080p sports camera itself. And I'll be frank with you, I'm not quite pleased with this purchase. So as you can tell from the box, it looks very generic. There's not any branding, any specific branding on the box. So you can easily tell that this is not a product that somebody wants to put their name on. Now, under the listing on eBay, I noticed quite a few discrepancies. I noticed that the specifications on the website were not exactly matching up with what was on the box that was sent to me. Was I given the wrong model, or were all the cameras like this? I mean, I have no clue, but the fact is I'm certainly not pleased with these results, and you'll know why later. But for now, let's go ahead with the unboxing. So right from the top, you can easily tell that this box does look pretty cheap. You'll notice easily that you'll see that if you have the same model that I have, it has some dude surfing on a surfboard, and I mean, the image looks kind of stretched out, so it doesn't look like it's been made professionally. Also, I noticed some wrong information on the back of the package. It said 1080p video at 15 frames per second and then 720p video at 30 frames per second. On the website, it didn't say that at all. It said 30 frames at 1080p and then 60 frames at 720p, so I don't know what's going on there. So as you can tell, here's the camera body itself. It feels kind of weighted, which is probably a good thing. It comes with this little strap here. And we also have a quick release plate for the camera. I guess you can peel this off, and it has some adhesive backing so you can lay it flat on some surface. We also have an attachment so you can actually place this on, let's say, your bicycle handlebars. That looks useful. We also have here it appears it's an empty bag. I wonder why that's there. Okay, and so now we have some knob. It's an extra piece of some sort. And we also have a tripod mount for the camera. That's why it has that thread right there. This cable is used to charge the device. It's just a micro USB. And here are some extra adhesive pads. And here is another knob that you can use to twist onto the device. And last but not least, here is the instruction manual. Basically, it says in plain English how to set up the camera, how to turn it on, that kind of stuff. So it's not really necessary. I think it's pretty intuitive how this camera works. I have to say, I'm very impressed by the design. I mean, you can easily tell that this company gained inspiration from the original GoPro. Okay, so now I'm going to pop the camera outside of its case to view the camera body itself. There's a big, huge 2-inch screen on the back side, which actually is not that bad, but it's not that good either. But it still is something that you could use to set up your camera shot. We have a micro USB, a mini HDMI, and a micro SD card slot. And then on the other side, we have two volume rockers or buttons to maneuver through the menu. And on the top, we have a OK button, so you can make your selections. And then on the front, we have the power on button, so you can actually turn it on. The LCD screen is not the worst in the world, but it's not even the greatest. It does, however, still give you a good image, but that's solely based on what I see for the LCD screen. So I'm going to go ahead and do a few tests, but first I need to insert a card. But let's go ahead and maneuver through the menu. As you can tell, it's not that impressive. I actually wanted to get this camera for a few reasons. One, for the HD quality video, as well as time lapses. I really wanted to get that kind of photography, and right when I checked the menu, there was no option for it. So obviously, I was kind of disappointed. So earlier in the week, I actually went to Best Buy and bought this micro SD card just for this camera because I wanted to do some extensive tests with it. I think 32 gigs is probably overkill, but I think it's pretty decent. I think the max for this camera is actually 32 gigs. Alright, I had to reverse the SD card since I placed it in the wrong way. Okay, so now that the SD card is in the camera, we can actually take some pictures. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see what I can see, but that's not necessarily good. Yeah, based on the description on the eBay listing, it said 12 megapixels. Now, I know megapixels aren't everything, but I can tell you now, it only says 5 megapixels on this camera. That's the max you can do. But ultimately, I think there's a bigger problem here other than just the megapixel problem. This is a relatively well-lit area, and sadly, the image still looks this poor. That's pretty sad. Okay, so back to the hardware. Here's the battery. It's really easy to replace. It's kind of cheaply made too, but you know, what do you expect? Alright, so here's some more test footage. I think you all need to see this because I was expecting 1080p footage. I don't know about you, but this doesn't look like 1080p footage to me. This is raw footage right from the camera, and as you can tell, it's not very impressive at all. The color recreation, it's just bad. It's not good at all. So you might be wondering, should you buy this? I think you should already know my answer by now. It's a plain no. I mean, a bold no. Just a bold no. Please don't buy this. It's less than 20 bucks on eBay. There are so many sellers that are selling this device. I believe it's a knockoff of a knockoff. There was another camera called the SJ4000. That was actually a good, I would say, knockoff of the original GoPro. But apparently there were some remakes of that camera of the SJ4000, and so that's where you get that knockoff of a knockoff concept from, and it's pretty bad. I will say this: these sellers are deceiving their customers. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who asked for a refund, but a lot of these sellers, they're telling the customers, hey, we'll give you a $5 refund, or we'll give you 2% refund, or whatever, and it sounds ridiculous. I wouldn't even take this product if it were free. I'm sorry, I have no use for this. I see what you're doing here. It seems like this company is scamming people, and whoever's making these cameras, they just need to stop it. I mean, you're taking advantage of so many people, and a lot of folks, I'm sure they don't want to go through the hassle of having to ship this back or return it. But I'm hoping the company at some point, they'll watch this video, or you people out there who are watching this video will send this to those sellers and let them know that you need to stop producing these garbage cameras, because they're not doing anything but wasting our time and wasting our money. The products in, I would say, the plastic pieces that come with the box, they're actually not that bad, but I guess that's where you get most of your money's worth. I'm not sure if these products are actually compatible with a typical GoPro camera, but it might work. To some people, they may think, oh, well, you're getting what you're paying for. I mean, what do you expect a camera for less than $20? Well, I'll tell you this. I expected a whole lot. I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot of good reviews on these cameras in the first place. Lo and behold, I was very wrong, and sadly, I've wasted a lot of my time going back and forth between the seller about this issue. So I would say, hold off on this. I'm not too pleased. I kind of thought that, you know, based on what I've read in the description and also in the title, it would be what it claimed it would be, and sadly, I was mistaken. And as usual, I just want to say thank you to everybody for taking the time to watch this video. Leave a thumbs up if you found it very helpful, and also leave a comment down below expressing any concerns or just telling me what you think about this video in general. Also, I really hope this video explained to you why it's important to look at reviews, read them, and also go on YouTube to see if people have actually used the camera and have actually produced clips so that you can see what the actual footage would look like if you were to buy it. And if you want to see more content, always push that subscribe button. It really does help out. Thank you very much.